Welcome to the fourth mini lesson. This one will be a rather short one on grading. So as always, I'm going to use my demo course as an example. So again, as usual, we'll go to main menu to access different things. And you see that we have an entire section on grading and statistics. Um, Three options. The first one, I'm not really going to go over in detail, but essentially it allows you the option to create spreadsheets um, of your grades. And the second option is where I'm going to spend most of the time because this is where you can get a lot of different types of information. Um, so let's just, you see lots of different options here. Let's just go through one by one. The sections, obvious, just pick whichever sections you want. In my case, this is just a demo course, so I've only got one section that I created. You can choose which student data you want. You can use your access status, although rarely will you ever want anything besides currently has access because you'll typically be working with a semester that's currently in session. Sequences and folders. You can get all the data at once if you want by selecting all, or you can use control and select or deselect whichever ones you want. Okay. So output format. Here you can choose CSV or Excel is what you'll almost always use. CSV is always the safest because almost every program in the world can open it. However, I'll just use HTML so we can just look at it within the browser, just for demonstration purposes. Okay, for output data, you've got four options. Typically, you'll only use the top two, and even among the top two, you'll typically just use the very top one, the scores summary. Scores per problem will show, as it says, for every single problem in each of these folders that you've selected. But most of the time, you'll just be interested in getting a summary for how many points did they get on this assignment, how many points did they get on that assignment or the third assignment, and what's the total points that they got. So we can generate a chart. And so there's actually only two students because it's a demo course. So just me and another TA. So so me and Sonali. And in fact, Sonali hasn't done anything in the course, so there's no course data for her. But for me, you see, well, I still haven't done anything for the folder called Something More Interesting, but I have done something for assignment 1. Again, nothing for this third folder. So in each case, you can see how many I've gotten and how many points are total. And then at the very end, you can see total number of points I've gotten and total points possible. And so say you don't want it for everybody, because if you do have a decent class size, which I'll assume that you do, then this can really take quite a while. Sometimes even up to 15 minutes if you've got a really, really, really big class. Usually not quite that long, but still, longer than you really care to. So say you're just interested in one student, you can do that. You can just select one student here. I'll just pick myself, and you can see just my grades for those selected. Okay. All right, so let's go back to main menu and look at the third option, grading statistics. So this is the place to go if you're interested in one particular problem. Maybe you're wondering whether a question that you wrote is too difficult or too easy. Well, you can look at problem statistics or detailed problem analysis to see everything that's going on with that. A lot of times you'll be very interested in this one, student submission reports. It's useful if you're interested in seeing what a particular student has responded to a question, if there's some sort of dispute over what they put and what they think they put, you can go there. Or if you're doing survey, this is usually where you'll go. I know there's one right below it that says survey reports, but that just gives basic summary statistics like pie graphs and things like that. that aren't terribly useful. If you go into student submission reports, you'll have data vectors, and well, you've got the options to pick questions from different things. So if you've got multiple surveys in your course, you can pick maybe a couple questions here, a couple questions there. I know that one's not a survey, but we'll pretend it is. So in particular, you can use this for longitudinal data. Say you start a course by asking what they think of statistics, and by the end of the course, you ask again. Well, you can select questions from different surveys that they've taken and prepare your report. And again, here's your output format. You'll usually use CSV. Okay. Also, another important application is a lot of times you'll want demographic questions along with your survey, but you don't want to ask them that every single time. So you can just ask one survey at the very beginning, include all your demographics, select that. So say this was actually a survey for demographics. You can just select all, or maybe you only care about a few of them. Okay, and then you go to the survey that you actually care about and select. Okay, and then you go to prepare report. So that gives every single student as a vector of information. So you can do things like regression or correlation problems, things like that. So very useful for survey data. And I think that wraps it up for grading. The end.